Welcome to the Natural Health Show with one of New England's leading holistic specialists, Mark Mincolla. Call Mark at 617-822-1969 on 96.9 Boston Talks.
Greetings and welcome home, Natural Health Nation. Great to have Catherine Foley on board from Jar of Formulas. How are you?
Great. Good evening.
Good to see you again.
Very good to see you as well.
And we're going to talk about something that I think is pertinent to just about all chemistries out there. Mm-hmm. You know, the idea that a lot of folks are concerned about fat.
Right.
In one form or other. A lot of folks, of course, concerned about cholesterol, triglycerides, angry, nasty molecules in the body that collect and create all kinds of heart disease issues. And, of course, a lot of folks just concerned about that stuff around the belt buckle as well.
Right, absolutely. And now is the time. The weather is getting nicer. We all want to start exercising and getting our summer bodies into shape.
So when we think about fat and we think about the problems with fat in the arteries around the belt buckle, we know that just about everybody is against it.
Right.
Okay, it's unanimous. No one likes bad fat. But one good bit of news here, other than the 24 million people that are, of course, on statin drugs, is that there are natural supplements. One we're going to talk about today that actually helps from the perspective of not only helping us to get rid of bad fat,
right,
but actually helping put it to good use.
Right.
And it's a natural supplement, over-the-counter supplement, and readily available, easy to use, safe, etc. And the key to this particular supplement that we're going to talk about today is it really converts bad fat in the body into good energy.
Right. You know, the body can use sugars and fats to produce energy and to break down energy. And using fats to break down energy gives us more sustained energy, a longer burn, so per se. And also, you know, of course, helps us to metabolize the fats in our diet and also metabolize fats that get stored. You know, one of the things and what people often, you know, witness in the wintertime is you build up fat tissue. We're not exercising. And when your body pushes fat away, it does so because it wants to keep it away from its precious internal organs. So we get it on those areas that we don't like for women, you know, thighs and waist and
buttocks.
You know, for men, you know, the stomach. So one of the supplements that we're going to talk about tonight, L-Carnitine.
L-Carnitine. L-Carnitine is a nutrient that was first isolated from meat back in 1905, and it was first actually referred to as vitamin BT.
Right.
They thought it was a vitamin at the time, of course. Surprise, surprise. It is actually derived from the amino acid lysine.
Right.
And it is found in nearly every cell in the body, and it's obviously very prevalent in the major organ systems of the body, the kidneys, the liver, etc.
Right. And, you know, what your body does to break down dietary fats for energy is that it attaches a carnitine molecule onto every fat chain. And then, therefore, it shuttles it into the cell and into the nucleus to break down for energy reasons and reserves. And so carnitine is absolutely essential. A lot of us don't get enough carnitine.
And a lot of us don't produce and hold on to enough carnitine as well.
Absolutely.
And, you know, there have been studies that to date have indicated that it is very, very helpful and useful for heart disease, heart attack, angina, congestive heart failure, peripheral vascular disease, diabetic neuropathy, exercise performance, Alzheimer's, kidney disease, male infertility, ED, CFIDs, chronic fatigue, all kinds of different, hyperthyroid as well. So, you know, folks really need to realize that this isn't just your run-of-the-mill supplement. This is a very powerful agent of change, of positive change at a cellular level in the body. But I think, to me, the most fascinating thing is the idea that we can take bad fats and convert them into very good energies. And that's really the key about carnitine.
Right, absolutely. It is absolutely essential. And, you know, for a lot of people that, you know, were on some of those diets, like the Atkins diet that really pushes, you know, fats and protein for weight loss, it's absolutely essential to have nutrients like carnitine in your diet to make sure that those, you know, fats are being utilized, broken down, and not stored.
Right.
So it's essential.
And is there anybody out there in the listening audience that would like to stop storing fat now that spring is here?
I know. And you you will get energy from it, more long,
no doubt about it,
long sustained energy from it. We have, two ways to break down and utilize energy in our body, and sugar is one pathway. And as you talk about a lot, using sugar as an energy pathway, we have the bad side effect of you need insulin in order to utilize sugar. So therefore, you're using a lot of your insulin and promoting a lot of inflammatory response. So using dietary fats for energy along with a healthy carnitine is much better, and dietary fats can be things from like nuts and seeds and good healthy fats.
She is Catherine Foley. You're listening to the Natural Health Show, heard, of course, only on 96.9. The phone numbers here in Boston and New England, 617-822-1969. Verizon Wireless users, it's a free call. Just dial pound 96.9. We're here to handle and tackle virtually any natural health question you may have, but we're going to continue on point after these messages.
Log on, hear your favorite hosts, listen live and on demand. 969bostontalks.com.
Do you own or manage a natural health, fitness, day spa, or go green business? Perhaps you have a unique restaurant that offers healthy entrees, heart-smart seafood, vegetarian or lighter fare options. I invite you to share your vision and deliver your message directly to health-conscious New Englanders by becoming a sponsor of the Natural Health Show, New England's #1 health radio show. The Natural Health Show is now welcoming potential sponsors to join our natural health family by offering a number of creative and flexible sponsorship packages. For information on how to become a sponsor of the Natural Health Show, simply call Candida at 781-834-2728. That's 781-834-2728. Be a part of New England's natural health revolution. Join our Natural Health Show family today.
There are many things we cannot control in life. The one thing we can control is how we choose to take care of ourselves. Hi, this is Mark Mincolla, New England's leading natural health care expert. Join me for my monthly live webinars. The key in making your health a priority is becoming educated on how your body works and how to make it work for you. We're continually listening to our valuable feedback, and the one thing that requests most of us is to provide more cutting-edge educational and motivational tools. Join me for my monthly live webinars as I educate individuals on how to work nutrition and overall health permanently into their lifestyle. We understand that even with the power of the internet, it is still difficult to find health information that is relevant, backed by science, understood, and can be implemented into your lifestyle. My live nutrition webinar series takes place on the first Monday of each month at 12 noon. For only $99, you can participate in all 12 webinars. For more information, log on to myhealthylivingmag.com or call 781-834-2728. That's 781-834-2728. When most people hear the word allergies, they think only of hay fever-like symptoms associated with airborne pollen, dust, and mold. But did you know that many experts estimate that between 60 and 80 million of us suffer from immune-related food allergies without even knowing it? Furthermore, food allergies often contribute to serious health problems such as autism, irritable bowel syndrome, ADD, headaches, and chronic ear infections. Now, there's an effective way to identify and eliminate both your food allergies and the troubling symptoms that they aggravate. Allotest Medical Labs at foodallergy.com offers a full complement of clinical, environmental, and food allergy testing to help you get to the root of your allergy problems. Allotest also provides you with a comprehensive rotation diet, lifestyle booklet, and a wallet card to help you live food allergy-free and stress-free. Do you wonder if you or your loved ones are among the 60 to 80 million food allergy sufferers in America? If so, log on to Allotest Medical Labs, foodallergy.com. Talk to your doctor about ordering a food allergy test from Allotest Medical Labs today. Foodallergy.com. Make sure the food you're eating isn't what's depleting you.
Hey, it's Jim Browdy. You know how much I love TH121, the all-natural weight loss formula from Chamonix, and here's why. Linda from Pennsylvania, I'm from Pennsylvania, is a real TH121 user who had great success with it.
Hi, my name is Linda. I haven't been able to lose any weight since menopause. Your TH121 is the best product I have ever used. So far, I've lost a total of 27 pounds. My cholesterol has even dropped, and my doctor said to keep doing what I am doing because the product is working.
Linda lost 27 pounds, and I lost 18. That's why people use TH121 and stay on it. Will TH121 work for you? How much will you lose? Find out for yourself. Try TH121 free for a full 30 days. Call 800-264-5490. That's 800-264-5490. If you don't see incredible results with TH121, then you never pay. So what do you have to lose? Nothing except those extra pounds. Call now to get your 30-day free trial, 800-264-5490, 800-264-5490.
Now back to the Natural Health Show, sponsored by Good Health Natural Foods in Quincy and Hanover.
In Boston and New England, 617-822-1969. Verizon Wireless users, free call pound 969. And Catherine Foley is alongside me here. My name is Mark Mincolla. You are listening to the Natural Health Show. We got a few calls. What do you think?
I think we do.
Let's grab a couple of these. We got Mark from Reading. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talks.
How are you?
Terrific. How are you?
Good. Thanks for taking my call. Two quick questions. My son has type 1 diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
He's 15 years old, and he's still, he really fluctuates quite high from, 400s to, to low whenever he eats. I was wondering whether there's anything that can help, just stabilize that high after he does have a meal.
Well, I have a couple thoughts. I think, first of all, dietarily, it's probably a good idea to be in a low glycemic program. I'm sure that he's already pretty much aware of that, but important to emphasize that. I think chromium GTF is probably a good way to go, like 200 mcgs of a chromium GTF, which is a glucose tolerance factor chromium. Glutamine is a really good way to go. I think 500 milligrams of glutamine on an empty stomach twice a day might be helpful as well, Catherine.
And also fiber. Fiber blocks glucose absorption in the intestinal tract. So if there's a healthy amount of fiber with your meal, then it helps with insulin response to the sugars that are in your meal.
So what's a type of fiber that you'd recommend?
Any kind, even a chewable. They have some really wonderful options now, chewable fiber tablets. And, just like a lot of people take enzymes with their dinner, it would be really great for your son just to carry those around with him. And, they're chewable, they taste good, and it will help him digest the sugars in his meals.
Yeah, because it actually slows down the anaerobic glycolysis in the liver, so it makes the liver kind of really sort of spread out its action a little bit, and it slows that whole process of distribution of glycogen down, so your blood sugar is not going to bang up too high.
Right.
And should you have that around mealtime or any time?
With meals.
Yeah, with meals.
With meals.
I'd say she's right. Just a chewable fiber tab, which you can certainly get down at the health food store. One with breakfast, one lunch, one dinner. That might be a great way to go.
Okay. Really quick question. I know you're talking about this a little bit. I have high cholesterol, and I am on a statin, and I know you're talking about the L-Carnitine, and I missed a couple of minutes here. Did you say how much people should have for that? Or
we haven't gotten that far yet, but we will. We will get that far. The other thing is we want to remind you, if you're on a statin, you certainly want to be taking CoQ10, yes?
CoQ10?
Yeah, because that statin is eradicating a lot of your stored CoQ10, so we want to make sure that you make up the difference a little bit.
Okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Take care.
Okay.
All right, and we've got a couple more calls here. We'll grab here, and we'll get back on point in just a bit. We've got Aaron from Brockton. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talk Show on the Natural Health Show.
Yes, how are you, sir?
Terrific. How are you?
I work out heavy in the gym, and I have severe muscle cramping going on as we speak right now, and I don't know what to do.
Well, first of all, and a lot of folks that work out very vigorously tend to eradicate a lot of their magnesium.
Yeah.
So magnesium taurate. I think the product, the magnesium optimizer, again, Jarrow Formulas makes a great product, because I always tell people it's usually about 75% magnesium, 25% potassium.
Right.
And when you think about the formula we're talking about is Jarrow Formulas Magnesium Optimizer, you're covering both those bases, because it has an appreciable amount of magnesium in the is it a taurate, isn't
taurine,
it? Yeah. So magnesium is a nerve membrane stabilizer, so is taurine, and then that potassium is that electrolyte support. You can't beat it. So I just recommend maybe 1 or 2 of those a day.
So, what if I already tried, I took 2 already today?
Well, one of the things too, Aaron, are you taking any creatine or anything like that before your workout?
I take protein shakes and stuff like that.
We're going to have, later on in the show, we're going to have Dr. Berger with us. And Dr. Berger is really excellent at performance nutrition and using proteins and carnitine and creatines during your workout. And for sometimes muscle cramping after a workout, has to do with basically your body is pulling a lot of glucose and glycogen from the muscle tissue to feed the energy demands during your workout, and then sometimes the muscles can go into spasms when they're trying to rebuild or refill the glucose stores. But if you can hang on until Dr. Berger comes on, we'll ask him your question specifically.
No problem, because I finished working out around 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I still have having spasms as I'm driving down the street, my chest, my pecs, my arms.
There you go. All right. Well, Aaron, one other thing that I might throw in there too is if you get on down to Good Health Natural Foods and you grab some pH strips, some urine pH strips, and check your first morning's urine, it's very likely with all the protein and all the hard workouts that you're producing a tremendous amount of acidosis, in which case you're not going to really hold on to the magnesium or the potassium. So what you want to think about doing there is you want to think about correcting that pH, correcting that acidity, alkalizing yourself. Best way to do that is get some liquid chlorophyll, 2 tablespoons 3 times a day, and keep checking those first morning's urine until those levels come up. You want to be between 6.4 and 6.8.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right. Very good.
Yeah, and that's the thing when people, when we are heading into, workout season and going to the gym and, the protein load, keeping protein is really great, and a lot of us don't get enough of it.
Right.
But looking at your protein sources, how much they do acidify the blood tissue or the blood, and making sure that you are still staying alkaline is important.
And you've got a product here that's kind of interesting to throw in right now, because when we talk about qualifying proteins, I mean, some of the vegan-based proteins
they're amazing.
They're amazing, and they're really so much more intrinsic than they've ever been before, and more and less inclined to create acidosis.
Right, you're right. Yeah, we have a new product called Optimal Plant Proteins. It's a combination of pea protein, brown rice protein, hemp, golden chlorella, and chia. And it's a really great blend of multiple types of proteins, and then also with greens in there to support it. The amino acid profile is amazing. It's 21 grams of protein per serving.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it tastes really good.
And again, so many folks who are heavy into workouts think that you can't produce the same end product of with regards to muscle with something like that you could with, a whey protein or a milk or an egg protein. And I think that's completely untrue. I don't believe those fallacies in any way, shape, or form.
Right. There's an amazing endurance athlete, Brendan Brazier, who started the Vega protein line, and he's a world-class triathlon, and he is a 100% vegan. So he kind of proves that you can do it.
He's living proof. Again, we've got telephone numbers here to share with you in Boston and New England: 617-822-1969. Verizon wireless users, free call pound 969. And let's talk about carnitine here just for a moment or two. We talk about, someone just asked the question a little while ago, how much carnitine would I take, and what form? There's different forms of carnitine. There's acetyl L-Carnitine, there's L-Carnitine, there's GPLC, which we talk about on the program quite a bit. For somebody like the gentleman that called a little while ago who's thinking in terms of maybe helping himself to break down some of those blood fats that are causing the cholesterol issues and the triglyceride problems and the arterial blockages. He's on statins, and he wants to figure out a good dose and a good format. I think GPLC, right?
Yes, the GPLC carnitine, which basically stands for glycinyl L-propanol carnitine. Right. It's a tongue twister, but
for those of you who are not keeping score at home, just GPLC.
And carnitine, GPLC carnitine will target the muscle tissue and endothelial tissue the most, so it's really good for cardiovascular health and for sports nutrition.
And Dr. Sinatra speaks quite often in his books and in his talks about the importance of GPLC.
Right. It's absolutely critical, again, because we're trying to push the body's energy systems more towards breaking down fats for energy and away from that inflammatory sugar pathway.
I hate to oversimplify, but I sort of like this idea of seeing a fat in the arteries that's about to do heart damage being converted into energy for the heart.
Right.
What a great picture that is.
And it's the best form, it's the best form of energy. Like, a lot of people talk about the sugar highs, and, that's what, the glucose pathway, it's real quick bursts of energy. It's why marathoners do a carb load before their marathon, because they're looking for that.
So folks need to take a picture of that in their mind, the idea that you can actually use a supplement like GPLC that for all intents and purposes is going to take the lipids that are destined to give your heart nothing but trouble and to convert them into usable energy for your heart muscle. What a great turnaround.
Right, and it nourishes the heart, and this is really important to remember because a lot of supplements that people use for diet and weight loss, they have ephedra-like substances in them. They're what we call metabolites, and they increase your body's metabolism in burning fat. But the way they do that is typically by raising your heart rate.
Sure.
And, you know, the heart is such a delicate system.
As in overworking your heart.
We don't need to do that.
You know, the Chinese have a beautiful way of looking at that. They say that when you're born, you only have so many heartbeats available for one lifetime. Don't use them up too quickly.
Right. And that's why in Eastern, you know, medicine, they really focus on things like yoga and meditation for life extension.
Don't burn yourself out too young. Let's grab a call or two here. We've got, let's see, who's been waiting patiently. We've got Dan on the line from Quincy. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talk Show and the Natural Health Show.
Hello?
Hello, Dan. Go ahead.
I'm a friend of Bill Hall's, and he referred me to your radio station.
We know somebody by that name, yes.
Yeah, and I've been having problems with gout, and it's been interfering with my workouts and, you know, my overall health, and I'm in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if you have any advice as far as, like, handling it, keeping it under control. And
sure. I think first things first, with gout, if you really have a very acute case, very serious ongoing issue with gout, you certainly want to be really, really careful for at least a period of 3-4 weeks with your diet. You want to make sure that you kind of move into a slightly more vegan or vegetarian type of a program. You know, you want to get those uric acid crystals a little bit broken down and lower those rates of collection in your body. So you want to be thinking more in terms of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins that are hopefully more bean and tofu type oriented proteins for a while, just for 3-4 weeks. And, you know, even cut down on your total fats, even like your olive oils and things like that. Nuts and seeds, be really careful, those nuts and seeds. But you want to keep it really lean for a while, extremely lean. That's really important. In terms of supplements that I've recommended for patients over the years, had great success with, there's a homeopathic medicine called Bryonia, Bryonia, which is really bitter hops. And bitter hops in a homeopathic form is really, really, really useful for gout. So I'd recommend like a 30C of Bryonia, Bryonia. It's 3 pellets under the tongue 3 times a day. I've also had great success with bromelain. Bromelain's done a great job as a protease. Right. Bromelain is from chewable chewable pineapple fruit, rather. And you want to get some bromelain, 500 milligrams, and I'd say 1 or 2 of those a day, mid-morning, mid-afternoon, preferably in between meals on an empty stomach, not during a meal, because if you take them during a meal, they're going to help you digest, which is a nice thing, but you want to basically break down those pre-existing crystals that you're storing in your body, and they'll help you do that.
Thank you.
All right, my pleasure. Take care. All right, let's see here. I guess it's about that time. We got to pay a few light bills. So we're going to take a short little break. We'll be right back with Catherine Foley from Jar of Formulas. We're going to talk with you about a really important supplement called Carnitine. We'll be right back.
Do you expect me to talk?
Michael, you're doing a great job.
Thanks. Michael Graham.
Oh, you're going to live this one, Michael.
Okay. Weekdays from 10 to 2.
The guys that I work with, we all listen to your show. At the end of the day, we always end up talking about your show.
96.9 Boston Talks.
It seems as though the whole world is rapidly changing. We're all becoming more passionate about natural health, personal growth, and living life at a higher level. Hi, this is Mark Mincolla. I invite you to join me April 11th, Monday, 7 to 9, at Hope Floats in Kingston, Mass. for a very special inspirational presentation entitled Living Truly Healthy, Whole, and Healed. During this presentation, I'll share some of my most inspiring life lessons learned from 30 years of natural health and healing work. In addition to our theme of healing inspiration, I'll also share the latest information regarding the very best natural ways to get and stay holistically healthy. I assure you, you won't want to miss this truly remarkable evening of inspiration, health, and healing. It's time for us to all begin our personal transformations together. That's April 11th, Monday from 7 to 9 at Hope Floats in Kingston with me, Mark Mincolla. To register, call 781-834-2728. That's 781-834-2728 or online at myhealthylivingmag.com.
Brain requires nutrition just like the rest of the body. Although many of us depend upon caffeine for focus and concentration, caffeine is not actually a nutrient. Real nutrition is needed to enhance brain metabolism and provide antioxidant protection. This is where Jarrow Formula's Neuro-Optimizer comes to the rescue. Neuro-Optimizer is a concentrated source of the nutrients needed for memory and mood, for concentration and focus, all without being a stimulant. Neuro-Optimizer supplies the building blocks for neurotransmitters, the chemicals that allow cells in the brain to communicate and to file away memories. Acetyl L-Carnitine and alpha-lipoic acid support brain energy production. Phosphatidylserine, L-glutamine, and taurine enhance brain stability and detoxification in the face of stress. Neuro-Optimizer is the nutritional answer to the brain's needs. Ask for Neuro-Optimizer at your local health food store, or for more information, go to Jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best in brain health formulas.
Hey, I'm Mel Robbins. I renovated my home and my lawn got totally demoed in the process. I needed help to get green grass back. My girlfriends raved about this local company, Lawn Dog, so I met with Jim, the owner, and I'm using them. They're environmentally responsible, their rates are very reasonable, and check this out, unconditional satisfaction guarantee. You can count on Lawn Dog for amazing customer service. They'll call ahead, clear the lawn of furniture and toys, and they'll even leave written recommendations. Hey, with all this snow and salt, your lawn is going to need some extra help this spring. Call Lawn Dog if you want a safe, effective, and affordable way to grow lush, green, gorgeous grass without spending hours doing back-breaking work. Call now for a free, no-obligation estimate, and if you tell them Mel sent you, you'll also get a free soil pH test. Say hello to Lawn Dog. Say goodbye to grubs, weeds, dandelions, and brown spots. Call Lawn Dog now at 888-993-DAWG or 888-993-DOG or visit lawndog.com. That's LAWN Dog, DAWG.com.
Now, back to the Natural Health Show, sponsored by Good Health Natural Foods in Quincy and Hanover.
In Boston and New England, 617-822-1969. Verizon Wireless users free call pound 969. And, hey, let's get this book up and out of here. There's a wonderful book we've spoken of very highly and quite a number of times here on the Natural Health Show, and it's called The Sinatra Solution, not to be confused with Frank, of course. And it's about metabolic cardiology, and it was written by Dr. Stephen T. Sinatra, who's a remarkable, remarkable man. And this is a remarkable book.
Right. He's a cardiologist. He practices right here in Connecticut, too.
He does indeed, and he's a remarkable educator as far as tuning people into the reality of a whole new way of looking at heart disease and treating heart disease nutritionally.
Yeah, I mean, Dr. Sinatra's research and his work in his own field is amazing. And, it has taken many years for it to present itself in popular culture and media with CoQ10 and ribose and carnitine.
And carnitine, like we're talking about tonight.
Right. And, now it's like you look at, old traditional cardiology and it seems like the Dark Ages kind of applications.
And we are going to give away, thanks to Catherine Foley from Jarrow Formulas, we're going to give away a copy of the Sinatra Solution to the 10th caller. So we're going to give you the phone number again one more time before you start picking off some calls here. 617-822-1969, Verizon Wireless pound 969. Again, the 10th caller gets a free copy of the Sinatra Solution, Metabolic Cardiology by Dr. Stephen T. Sinatra. And our great surgeon here, Dr. John Parker, will take care of keeping track of the tabulation of those calls, etc. So we'll set that aside for now, and we'll start plucking some of these phone calls. We got Mary on the line from Hull. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talks.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Catherine. Thanks so much for taking my question. Good to hear you as always.
Thanks.
But a quick question about my husband, who he's not on statin, but his cholesterol total is 259. The ratio is 5.4, so that's a little high. But my goal is his diet is very strong, by the way. He does drink beer and coffee, but what I do have him on some of these great supplements like L-Carnitine, the red yeast rice, the ubiquinol, no-flush niacin, Cholerest, and fucoidan. Is that too much? Are we doubling up on things?
The Cholerest is a formula. Is that a formula for cardiovascular health?
I'm trying to see. Polycosanol?
Oh, it's polycosanols.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go with carnitine, CoQ10, and the red yeast rice. It acts as somewhat of a statin in the body, so you're lowering his LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol.
Yes.
I think that's good. Polycosanols are going to work to lower the bad cholesterol as well. So it is a little bit of a double up there. I do like the carnitine and the CoQ10 combination that you have with the red yeast rice. I think that's the strongest
I agree.
combo.
I don't think he's on too much at all. I think one thing that really comes to mind, though, for me is the remarkable work of Dr. Michael Brown from MIT, the 2 Nobel Prizes that he won for HMG coenzyme A reductase research back in the 1980s. He said that 80% of all cholesterol is produced in the liver, and it's triggered by insulin.
Right.
So if you're drinking beer, you're producing insulin, and there's no doubt about the fact that you're going to drive up those cholesterol levels that way.
Well, and sugar and coffee too, about 2 cups a day. So that's really my hurdle with him, and it's a tough one for him to give up. But I'm just a little concerned about his LDL, which is 190. With an HDL of 48.
I'll tell you what I'd recommend. I'd recommend 1 month. I'll tell you what, right now, if you do 1 month off the sugary coffee and off the beers, just for a month, and then literally schedule a cholesterol test at the end of a month, you'll make a dramatic change in 1 month. And if you can see that, if it's palpably right in front of him on paper, maybe it'll motivate him.
Yeah, we'll try that. Ubiquinol, the Jarrow Ubiquinol QH Absorb, would that be a really good one for him to take in the way of Ubiquinol?
Right, that's the best form of CoQ10 on the market. So he's a lucky guy.
Oh, thanks so much. And one last thing, I'm having a hard time finding Ubiquinol without soy, which is not a problem for him, but it is for me.
Right.
So can you recommend one without soy?
You know, they do typically put soy in there as a carrier for the ubiquinol because it's fat soluble.
Sure.
But I actually don't know of anyone
I don't know
on
of
the
one
market
either.
right now
I do not
that has
know.
soy, but the soy content is not high in it. It's very small.
Right.
We're talking traces, but no, I don't know.
If the ubiquinone is usually without, and mine is 2.89.
Yep.
That's like a 1.64 is the high end. So am I doing? I'm in my early 50s. Am I doing fine with ubiquinol? I'm sorry, ubiquinone.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'll see if he can go with your suggestion, Mark.
Just an experiment. You can do anything for a short window of time just to see what happens. And again, it may be a great motivation for him to see it.
Do it before baseball season starts.
Exactly. Good point. Thank you both so much.
All right, take care. Thanks for calling.
Right?
Don't forget, folks, the telephone numbers here. If you're interested in the Sinatra Solution Metabolic Cardiology free copy, and it's compliments of Catherine Foley from Jar Formulas. So, wonderful book is all yours if you're the 10th caller, and John's keeping track of it.
We gave it away.
We already gave it away. That was fast.
Sandra O'Leary.
Sandra O'Leary, you are the proud owner of Metabolic Cardiology, the Sinatra Solution. So,
that's awesome.
Great book, and you're going to enjoy that. And obviously, John is taking care of all the business on that. So, congratulations to Sandra O'Leary. All right, nicely done. All right, let's grab one more call here. We've got, Bob from Concord. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talk Show, the Natural Health Show.
Hi, Catherine and Mark. Mark, your show should be at least 2 hours every Sunday.
Thank you so much.
I've got a 95-year-old mother, and she's having some vision problems. She is taking a lutein.
Yep.
And we do use the Jarrow formula. Is there something else you can take?
Well, believe it or not, Bob, we at Jarrow, we're a lot of times ahead of the curve, and we recommend lutein, and typically bilberry is recommended.
Bilberry, she's taking some of that too.
Yeah, good health. We recently ran across a lot of clinical research that showed that black currant is actually stronger in supporting vision health. So there's not much black currant on the market. We do have a black currant capsule. It is somewhat hard to find because it is a new novel ingredient, but the clinical studies, when you compare them side by side with bilberry, the clinical studies for black currant are resounding. And so our Vision Optimizer formula, we used to have bilberry in it, and we recently just up-formulated it. We took the bilberry out and we put black currant in because we believe it's just the clinical studies on it are that much better.
So I could probably get this at Whole Foods, I assume.
Right.
I'd recommend one other thing as well. There's something called carnosine, Carnosine. It's a combination of 2 different amino acids in a liquid drop form, so it's application-oriented. It's something you can put in the eye, drops you can put in the eye. And the company that I have worked with is called Carnosee, Carno-C. So you can get the Carno-C drops. In fact, Good Health
that
Natural
stuff is
Foods.
Amazing.
It is amazing.
And
Good Health Natural Foods has that available on the shelves. It's Carno-C.
Carno-C.
Yes, indeed. I'd recommend it.
Okay, now just backing up a bit here. Catherine was talking about this black currant that's in a Vision formula.
Yes.
So I could go and ask for, is it just called Vision formula?
Vision Optimizer.
Vision Optimizer. Okay.
And as Mark was suggesting, the carnosine is amazing. They use it in Germany for cataracts with tremendous results.
And they're consistently reversing cataracts in 6 months.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is something you drop into the eye?
I do.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if to that, but carnosine.
Yes.
Carnosine.
You can take it in. You can take it internally as well. Carnosine, CARNOSINE. You can take it internally in 500 milligram tablets, capsules, or again, as we say, the drops, or both for that matter.
Okay, well, I would find that a good Whole Foods, I assume? Or?
Yeah, Good Health Natural Foods. I know they got the drops.
Okay, and the other one is called Vision Optimizer.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, great.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Let's grab somebody who's been real patient here. We've got Mark on the line from Boston. Welcome to 96.9 Boston Talks from the Natural Health Show.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. First time listening, and really appreciate your advice to everyone.
Thank you.
Wanted to get from you guys I'm pretty healthy and active, but want to get kind of like a base idea of what type of vitamins you think that almost everybody should be on if they're healthy and active. And say I take vitamin A, E, C, and some omega-3, 6, and 9s. But I listen to you guys. L-Carnitine seems to be something else. And I should know because you guys have pretty much a staple and say, guys, you're going to start with vitamins. This is what you should start with.
It's pretty hard to overlook vitamin D these days.
Right.
I mean, vitamin D is just, it seems to be in the front of the news just about every week regarding some positive claims and some remarkable studies. So vitamin D is something that I'd recommend.
Yeah, and I'm a big proponent of CoQ10.
CoQ10 and fish oil, too, for that
fish
matter.
oil. I don't think that you're ever too young to start taking CoQ10.
I totally agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And so the other big question is, and I think you probably covered this before, but I go into a supermarket, I see vitamins. I go into a pharmacy, I see vitamins. You go on a website, you see vitamins. Like, how do you know, or where do you kind of go to try to find out which vitamins are probably the best for you? And do you guys have any recommendations about where to get them?
Yeah, I definitely, there is a lot of varying difference in the raw material purchasing that vitamin companies do. I know at Jarrow Formulas, we buy a lot of our raw material from trademarked raw material companies so that they have good visibility, they have clinicals behind their raw material, and things like that. When you're going into a health food store, if you go into a health food store like Good Health in Quincy and Hanover, the staff there really know what they're talking about. And
Absolutely.
And they know how to direct you for what you're looking for and the vitamin company that does it the best. And so
they truly are well trained, and they're not biased in any way, shape, or form. They know the right stuff to recommend for. They really do, honestly.
Yeah.
Great, thanks.
All right, My pleasure. And John's making the signs that either we have to take a break or I got to steal second. I'm not sure which it is, and it is baseball season. Anyway, we'll go with the break. All right, thanks so much. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
If you're talking about it, we're talking about it. Your talk. 96.9 Boston Talks.
She says she doesn't have internet access, but
tired of one-size-fits-all nutrition and wellness plans? Would you like to have a customized plan for you and you alone? Now you can learn a remarkable bioenergetic system that enables you to effortlessly self-analyze and customize your own nutrition and wellness. Hi, I'm Mark Mincolla, New England's leading natural health care expert. Join me for an all-day muscle testing intensive seminar on Saturday, May 14th at the Angels of Light Healing and Intuitive Center in Norwell, Massachusetts. Come learn my EMT muscle testing system firsthand. Find out more about your body's bioenergetic strengths and weaknesses and learn how to tailor a nutrition and wellness plan that better suits your body's personalized needs. For more information, call 781-834-2728. That's 781-834-2728 or log on to myhealthylivingmag.com. Come learn to maximize and personalize your wellness.
Hi, this is Laura from Good Health. Now is the time we need to think about getting fit and preparing for spring. If you've overindulged or just want to tone up, there are safe, natural pills, powders, and juices to help boost your metabolism, curb appetite, and block fat absorption. Some of our favorites include Life Extension's Optimized Ervingia with green tea, seaweed, and white kidney bean. Oprah and Dr. Oz are even talking about this one. It's a breakthrough African mango formulation that has been proven effective for weight loss. Check out our acai diet and cleanse with exotic fruits like goat goji, mangosteen, and noni. Pure, energizing products that cleanse and detoxify to help you lose those inches and pounds quickly. No artificial stimulants, just clean, potent ingredients. At Good Health in Quincy and Hanover, you'll find nutritional cleansing products for yeast, heavy metals, or parasites, liver, colon, and whole body cleansing kits. Safe, proven, organic solutions to help you feel more confident today. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon.
Now, back to the Natural Health Show, sponsored by Good Health Natural Foods in Quincy and Hanover.
All right, we've got Dr. Bob Berger on the line. Bob Berger, of course, was here on the line with us not too long ago, about 3 weeks ago or so,
Right.
4 weeks ago, and we had a remarkable conversation that so many folks enjoyed, and we're happy to have him back. Catherine, why don't you bring him in?
Hi, Dr. Berger. How are you?
Hi, Catherine. How are you? Hi, Dr. Mincolla.
How are you? Great to have you on board.
Very good. Very good. It's great being on your show. And one of the things I did want to discuss, I heard a little bit about, you were just talking about, who you should speak to, and the gentleman was asking about questions about, all the different types of supplements that are out there, and Catherine hit it on the nose pretty much. And so did you. You really have to kind of look at the staff, who's selling, who's representing the products, what type of a company are we talking about here, the raw materials, very, very important. And the issue that I was going to mention a little bit about today was about cancer, because our magazine, Nutricula magazine, our next online issue, is about cancer, and it's called Winning the Cancer Battle. And it basically covers what we call integrative therapy. In other words, we're talking about nutrition, foods, supplements, also even chemotherapy and radiation, because you have to always take that into account, because that is going to be there. But that is what integrative is, and here's a perfect example of if somebody is going through cancer or is trying to recover. What type of nutraceuticals, what kind of supplements do they need if they're going to use them? They have to use the best.
Yeah,
they have
absolutely.
to. It has to be a very, very reliable and a very high quality source. And this is so important here. So this kind of segued right into what I was going to be talking about.
And it segues for me as well, too, because at Gyro Formulas, we love to work with people like you, Dr. Berger, that you have, looking at your list, your resume, so per se, I was like, how many PhDs? Okay, 1, 2. But then also, your extensive science and clinical background, and also, the magazine that you have now, and the, organic growing space that you have, Organic Eve. It's just tremendous. And so we love to work with people that are also, very well established in their field and their career, and also are extremely passionate about what they do. And we're so happy to be able to work with you, because you have all of those aspects.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah. And, the magazine itself, actually, this next issue, is going to be covering a lot of different, we're going to be covering some supplements for sure. And I noticed that one of the things you guys were talking about, of course, CoQ10, and that's my favorite one. That's something that is one of these supplements that really should be used during the course of either if you're doing chemo or recovering.
Right.
Because that's something that there is no problem. In other words, there is no interaction other than good, because even if you're on chemotherapy and even if you're on radiation, you need to get enough oxygen into your body. That's very, very important. And, for instance, a perfect example is one of the chemotherapeutic agents that I discuss in the magazine is going to be cisplatin, which is very common. And it's one of the reasons I'm talking about that is because there's a lot of information on breast cancer, and also with the problems there are in the world today, and now with this problem in Japan with the radiation leak, there's going to be probably more incidences of certain types of cancers. So this is a growing problem, but it has to be handled in a way that we no longer can just say, look, traditional is here, that's good, and, the other all the way to the left is over there. We have to be really integrative.
Right.
And one of the things that I always stress about whatever's going on, whichever way you choose, you always have to at least look at, you want to strengthen your immune system. This is really what it's all about, because the idea here is you can go so far with chemo and radiation, and believe me, it saves so many lives. I used to work with people at St. Jude's Hospital with the children. Of course, we know it saves lives, but we also know that you have to go further than that now. You have to do something that will support the immune system, that will not interfere with function, that after you get through whatever you're getting through and you're trying to recover, and you're going into remission, or even better than remission, what do you do to keep the best chance of survival and keeping yourself as healthy as possible?
Right. I know we have, lots of, options to get people through cancer, but it's the aftercare that is probably the most important in rebuilding the body and, surviving for many years after.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And one of the really important things that I think people have to look at is we have toxins not only in the air, in the ground. This is becoming a very big issue. Now, once again, with this problem in Japan, we've got cesium that immediately goes into the ground and has a very long half-life, and it may have been already hitting this country. We don't know yet. But let's just put it this way. Something is going to happen from it. And we have to be able to protect ourselves. And the foods today are so important, because we have a lot of problem with foods in general. We're not getting the nutrients, we're not getting the minerals, the vitamins, the kind of caloric intake that we're getting out of them, which is a lot. But these foods are they're not nutrient dense. Right. And that's the big problem. That's why people are becoming obese. That's why we have such a real problem in this country. These foods are not doing what they used to do years ago, because they just don't have the type of things in them that they used to have. And so what we have to do, we do have to supplement. We do have to look at many of these nutraceuticals, but we also have to, which we do now, of course, with our Organic Eve. If you go onto the website, you'll look and you'll start seeing more about it now. Organic Eve is all about protecting you. It's about keeping toxins away from the vegetables. Right now we're going to have tomatoes, for instance, which is, of course, very important. It's a staple food. And what the system does is it completely eliminates any type of ground contamination or environmental contamination from the air, because it's an enclosed system. That's why, it's a completely enclosed system. And these, the plants, the foods, the vegetables are all being nourished, out of the ground. In other words, they never touch the soil. So if you have organic, you can actually use that word, where a lot of people today may have an organic farm, but they're right downstream from a farm that uses a lot of pesticides. Right. And so, of course, they're going to be contaminated. And with women today, the breast cancer issue, 1 out of 6 women, right, is becoming a real problem. It's going beyond what we ever thought. So many of them are being contaminated with foods, and if they have an estrogen-positive breast cancer, which, of course, 87% of women have, if they have breast cancer, 87% is estrogen-positive, it's estrogen-driven. And so you end up with these xenoestrogens, these things that get into the body, and they make the body's cells, the breast cells, they make them do things that you wouldn't normally have them do. And, of course, this causes, many times down the line, cancer. So you want to try to avoid this. And this is so important today, because we're having a lot of problems trying to remove the toxins and the estrogens and all of these things that are really affecting us from the food. And, of course, we have to have food. So I believe that this is what we're doing is something that is so important for the future, both in the Organic Eve, what we're doing, and having the magazine. And I hope I really like people to read this magazine. We're getting a lot of great responses from it. But this next issue, it's on cancer. And I think we have some great articles in here. And people will really learn a lot from this. So I really want to stress that what we have is a real educational type of venue going on here that I think, especially up there in Boston where you guys are, you've got a great educational system up there with everything. And much of this information actually comes out of many of the universities, out of Harvard, out of Tufts, out of the hospitals up there. Many of the researchers, you'll see that research right in our magazine.
I think we're probably already up on a break, if you can believe that. But I just want to make sure that everybody knows who they've been listening to. Dr. Bob Berger, he is the editor-in-chief and president of Nutricula. And Bob, please let everybody know the websites and the information for the Organic Eve, etc.
Oh, absolutely. It's I'll spell it out. It's NUTRICULA-U.com. And remember, it's 100% free to read, no subscription. You just click on and read. You can go back at the older issues. And also, the Organic Eve, you can get it right on. Right on that same site. There's a banner. You can't miss it. Organic Eve. As a matter of fact, Dr. Mincolla, you and I are on just about every once in a while. We have a good banner for you and I talking about this show, because we really want people everywhere to listen to this show. Not just, of course, this 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but your show in general, because we feel it's such an important thing for everybody to hear.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bob Berger, and we'd love to get you back on ASAP. We'd love having you on board. We'd like to have you be a regular here on the Natural Health Show.
I'd love to do that.
Great. Well, we'll look forward to talking to you very, very soon again. Thank you again so much, Dr. Bob Berger.
Okay, bye-bye, Catherine.
Bye. Thanks, Dr. Berger.
Okay, bye-bye.
We're going to take a short little break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Friend us on Facebook. Link up at 969bostontalks.com.
There are many things we cannot control in life. The one thing we can control is how we choose to take care of ourselves. Hi, this is Mark Mincolla, New England's leading natural health care expert. Join me for my monthly live webinars. The key in making your health a priority is becoming educated on how your body works and how to make it work for you. We're continually listening to our valuable feedback, and the one thing that requests most of us is to provide more cutting-edge educational and motivational tools. Join me for my monthly live webinars as I educate individuals on how to work nutrition and overall health permanently into their lifestyle. We understand that even with the power of the internet, it is still difficult to find health information that is relevant, backed by science, understood, and can be implemented into your lifestyle. My live nutrition webinar series takes place on the first Monday of each month at 12 noon. For only $99, you can participate in all 12 webinars. For more information, log on to myhealthylivingmag.com or call 781-834-2728. That's 781-834-2728.
Now, back to the Natural Health Show, sponsored by Good Health Natural Foods in Quincy and Hanover.
We have been chatting with you this evening with the assistance of Catherine Foley, and we've been talking a little about carnitine, and we kind of have to bring it on home, summarize a little bit here. Carnitine is a really, really, really important supplement that so many folks really don't even know about.
Right, and we're coming up on weight loss season, and so carnitine is really important for cardiovascular health, but for people that are going to make decisions, I want to take a supplement to help aid my weight loss and my workout regimen and all of that stuff. Carnitine is going to be able to help you digest your dietary fats and metabolize some of the stored fats that you stored over the winter and get those out.
It's a win-win. I mean, that is a win-win. What a great time of year to think about burning those fats off and using them as energy. Of course, as you point out, so many folks, of course, with elevated cholesterol levels and the whole concept of kind of converting a lot of that negative fat into usable energy for the heart muscle and for your body is a really great way to kind of think about carnitine. And carnitine, let's talk about doses, potencies, and types of carnitine. I think there are three main types, right? L-Carnitine, acetyl L-Carnitine, and the GPLC, which we talk about quite often. Go ahead. Carnitine,
acetyl L-Carnitine is for brain function. And GPLC, glycine propanyl L-carnitine, is for muscle and endothelial function. Regular carnitine.
And the heart is a muscle, folks.
Oh, yes. the most important one. So and then regular carnitine, your liver will convert it into GPLC or acetyl. But for people that may not have the best liver function, or they're on a statin or what have you, they're going to want to go for the GPLC, which is great for muscle tissue and endothelial tissue.
And generally those are 500 milligram capsules, and I would recommend 2 a day on an empty stomach. What about you?
I would too.
About the same thing. Sounds about right. So for those folks out there interested in doing a little bit of searching and a little bit of researching regarding carnitine, you want to take a peek at some of the great stuff at your website as well. Why don't you talk about that?
Our website website is jarrow.com. That's JARROW.com. We have an excellent reading room there where we have lots of our literature.
That's a great site.
And YouTube videos and what have you. So, and then also your website, right, Mark?
MaxHealing.com. So it's just one word, Max Healing. And you can actually watch this very event that Catherine and I just put forth over the past hour. So you can go to maxhealing.com and look back over the archive of different radio productions we've done here. And there have been many of them, and you can check those out on our website, thanks to Adam Ing. And Adam, of course, has put all the Fox 25 stuff up there as well.
That's where I was going. We can see you on Fox.
On Fox. Just finished one this past Thursday. So folks can check all that visual and that audio stuff out. And Catherine Foley from Jarrow Formulas, always a great, great pleasure. I enjoy having you on board.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you soon again.
Yes, yes.
And for folks interested in staying on board here on 96.9, highly advised, because you get the opportunity to hear Woody and Abby, Right Turn Radio, New England's #1 addiction program, a great, great program. And Woody's a very talented guy. He's done some remarkable music work, and I thank Woody for the great CD he laid on me. I love listening to those tunes. Talented man. Listen to his program coming up next. And until next Sunday at this time, this is Mark Mincolla reminding you all, please be wise, be aware, be well. Make it a healthy week. Good night.